Sentinel Way.
But we are looking
In
for
1,000 feet, turn right onto
Jim
Independence
Martin,
Drive.
Findlay, Ohio, said starting to take on the look to it as well.
Become a moderator. If anybody wants to become
All right, everybody, give me a minute here to get the actual stream up.
meteorology students that are watching, that are in college right now.
Turn right onto Independence Drive.
That you try to become a weather analyst with us.
Jim Martin,
Join our Discord.
Findlay, Ohio, said.
Reach out to somebody. They'll send you an application. Okay, so here is.
I'm just trying to find a
In a
spot to
quarter
pull over here
mile,
and get the
turn
stream
right
up.
onto Texas 121 South.
Let's just stop right here. The heck with people.
As being a dead zone. Okay, anyways, here is the current radar. Still no tornado warnings, but we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Collin, Cook, Denton, and Grayson County.
In just a minute, everybody. It takes a little while to get these streams up.
Risk. Remember, we got a lot of these things I'm going to read off here. Jay Simmons says, in Canton, Georgia, Thursday through Sunday, is it going to be wet? Thank you. Yeah. So I do believe it is going to be wet. Now, it's not going to be constantly wet. All right, it's just going to be intermittently wet.
Okay, audio test.
With some
Okay, audio test.
Okay.
Okay, audio test.
Brian,
All right,
thanks for being
I gotta
on
get
the
this
line.
videos froze. I think. I gotta get these videos froze. We'll be going here in just a second. I gotta get these videos froze. We'll be going here in just a second. I think I usually get a lot of nasty messages about this time. Not in the comments, but everybody always Twitter messages saying I need to get my head out of my butt and figure this out. So I think I need to start going live
Turn right onto Texas 121
before I make the video available, because there's always like a 10-minute period of getting the actual stream started and getting the actual stream to work. It's a YouTube thing. So we've got audio, but my video's froze. That's handy. It's just froze, Ryan. It's gonna take me a minute. I honestly don't know why our stream is froze, but the audio is working. That's very strange. Let me check one more thing here. I know what might be going on. Is this trying to stream too? All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Give me just a few minutes here. It does take a little while to get these streams running. In order to keep them free and not putting them behind a paywall, I have to cut a couple of corners, and sometimes that bites me in the rear end. I am going to try to disconnect this thing. But again, sorry guys, I apologize. But like I said, in order to keep these things free, we got to cut a corner, and give me one second. Okay. I fixed it. I'm blaming everything else but myself, and here was my problem. I didn't, I'm an idiot. Okay, I forgot to turn something on. Okay, so, I have a checklist that I go down every time I start streaming and I missed a step. Because I gotta go through like 10 different things. It's ridiculous. So right now I'm looking at radar. We're just pulled over here. Right now I'm near, what is this, Melissa? I'm near Melissa, Texas. And we're pretty much right in the path of this thing. I'm trying to see if we can get a little bit more aggressive with it. And get up on it here. Let me see how fast it's moving.
20%. Station WXK 22. Serving the Sherman-Denison listening area. The National Weather Service in Fort Worth has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Denton County in north-central Texas, northwestern Collin County in north-central Texas, southeastern Cook County in north-central Texas, southwestern Grayson County in north-central Texas, until 9:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 8:13 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near New Fairview, or 7 miles southeast of Decatur, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, half-dollar size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damage to vehicles is possible. Locations impacted include McKinney, Frisco, Denton, Sherman, Corinth, Sanger, Prosper, Salina, Crum, Pilot Point, Argyle, Shady Shores, Aubrey, Northlake, Krugerville, Crossroads, Gunter, New Fairview, Dorchester, and Ray Roberts Park Isle du Bois. For your protection, get inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. The storm has a history of producing large hail. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows.
Let me just tweet this link out.
Let's check on your local.
So we've got a couple of options. We could actually wait here and wait for the storm to come to us. Or we could go get right up on the darn thing, and I don't know what the right decision is. We're probably going to go and see if we can get on it.
Really unfortunate about this is that these are all going to kind of go over the same area over again, which could lead to a flash flooding problem. This is all north and west of Dallas. So here's Dallas, Fort Worth, and Texas. All of these storms off to your north and west. So once again, if anybody's taking pictures and videos of the lightning in the distance,
this is going to threaten Dallas. There's a couple of storms here behind it, so we're going to go and continue the way we're heading, I guess. Anyway, thanks for joining me. We're going to have a long night tonight, and then we're probably going to have severe thunderstorms and possibly tornadoes again tomorrow. This doesn't look like it's really a tornado threat right now, but there are reports of $half or 1.5 inch hail. So we're going to continue to McKinney. I think we're going to catch this in McKinney, and then we'll end up blasting straight into the core of this thing on 380. And I always mention this because there's always somebody. You probably will hear Ryan in the background at some point, on and off, because we do work with Ryan, and I keep his audio on in the background here so I can keep up with what he's got going on. No copyright, don't worry about it. So we're in Melissa, Texas right now here. Gonna go see if we can catch this giant hailstorm. It does have a bit of a tornado threat, maybe. I don't think it's really 100% surface based though. Like I said, I can't really monitor chats as we're going. But the Facebook, if you're on Facebook, I don't have a way to monitor your chats. I definitely want to switch over to the YouTube. Yeah, if you're new here, we do extreme storm chasing all over the place. I am trying to get the YouTube algorithm to like us again, so I took like tornado and all that weird crap out of the title because YouTube looks bad upon that, or down upon that, so we just changed it to live extreme weather or whatever, same thing.
There's that structure. Hey, David, thank you so much for sending this in. Look at that. So if you're in Texas right now, you've got a fireworks show and a half going on if you want to go outside, and you can do so safely, obviously. You're very close to this.
Severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for this area. We were talking about this way earlier today. Storm is off to the right, and you see some intermittent flashes of lightning. Yeah, definitely hit the like button or whatever, share the video, whatever you want to do. I wish I could monitor the chat, but it's very tough to do that while driving. Quick skim the chat there at the light, saw something about the windshield. Yeah, we're gonna probably need a new windshield after tonight. We're gonna try to do minimal damage to the windshield if possible, because I do have to chase tomorrow. And if the windshield's full of cracks, then we won't be able to shoot video out of it. But don't worry, everybody always worries about the car. Don't worry about the car. Ow! We've got truck bed liner on it, the rubber stuff with almost a 1/4 inch thick. When I was testing it to see how it worked, I literally threw pieces of cripes. Anyway, literally threw pieces of metal at the car, large sockets, rocks, bolts, you name it. Works great, no dents. Did that mainly for hail and debris protection. That way my car doesn't end up looking like reeds. So we are headed, going to be headed west into this thing. I saw some structure. If this was during the day, this would probably be a beautiful storm. A lot of people always ask about the rear windshield and stuff, and I can't do anything about the windshield to protect it reasonably. My friend from Australia, Daniel Shaw, he has an aluminum guard that hangs out from the top of his car to protect the windshield from hail falling straight down. I don't have that because I just couldn't have all that weight up on top of the car. However, knock on wood, the windshield on this car is fairly rugged. I've had it in some pretty large hail, and it has not. This particular windshield in this particular car is not broken yet. I've blown out windshields on other cars plenty of times. But this one I've yet to break, and I've been in some pretty big hail. Maybe it's thicker or something, I don't know. I do have it's not aluminum or anything, but it's like a polycarbonate, whatever. It's a super thick plastic guard, like window louvers type thing over the back window. And based on testing, I expect that to protect the rear windshield at least up to baseball size hail. Anything bigger than baseball, I think, is going to end up busting it. That acrylic and everything. At some point, I'm going to rebuild that and make that entirely out of aluminum, because those rear windows, because they're not laminated, they're not that safety glass like your windshield. They break so easy. You know, even 1-inch hail will bust them. So I have to cover that, because even tiny hail will break that. Everybody always asks, so now you know. I love hail. So yeah, we might you might see the windshield go get blown out. You never know. I do carry a sheet of plexiglass and a small saw to cut the plexiglass and a bunch of flex tape in the trunk. The whole thought with that is if I blow out a side window, I could cut the piece of plexiglass approximately to the shape of the window and then tape it in there, so that instead of just having a garbage bag over or something, we could at least have a piece of plexiglass on there and we could continue the chase. Yes, the insurance company probably hates me, but as a storm chaser, when you chase like this, you have to budget for broken glass. And it's fine. If you've got the money for broken glass set aside, it's not a big deal. And it's tough to break glass. I mean, it's harder than it sounds to get into the big hail, because usually the giant hail is in a small concentrated area, and you usually come across it on accident. Sometimes you have to get into it though, because a lot of times these violent, strong tornadoes are surrounded by giant hail, and the only way to see the tornado is to get into the giant hail. That's why the vehicle, which is an aluminum body, it's a Ford, is, and I didn't want to take this exit, is covered in the truck bed liner to prevent it from looking like a golf ball, like reeds. I am putting in New Hope into the GPS, about 10 minutes farther to our west. Apparently I didn't want to go this way. I have a bad habit of doing that, putting somewhere in the GPS and forgetting to change it. Great. The storm is heading a little bit farther back north. Maybe put in Gunter. I got Gunter in the GPS. I head toward Gunter. I think that's where we can actually directly intercept this thing. Maybe we'll see some giant hail. Oh, shit, I almost turned there. Google Maps has decided to quit talking to me again. Isn't this nice? We are under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Let me get an update on that.
Central Standard Time. A severe thunderstorm was located near New Fairview, 47 miles southeast of Decatur, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, $half-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damage to vehicles is possible. Locations impacted include McKinney, Frisco, Denton, Sherman, Corinth, Sanger, Prosper, Salina, Crum, Pilot Point, Argyle, Shady Shores, Aubrey, Northlake, Krugerville, Crossroads, Gunter, New Fairview, Dorchester, and Ray Roberts Park Isle du Bois. For your protection, get inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows.
Keep left.
This storm has a history of producing large hail. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. Now let's check on your local forecast for Sherman, Denison, and...
All right. All right, we should be on this storm here. Probably be able to see some lightning in about 3-4 minutes, and then we'll basically be on this storm, ready, right in its path in about 15 minutes, I would say.
Continue on South Central Expressway north for 1.5 miles. Head east on El Dorado Parkway. Continue on El Dorado Parkway for half a mile.
Starting to see some lightning here in McKinney.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Park Central Drive. Turn left on Park Central Drive. In a quarter mile, turn right onto South Central Expressway north. Turn right onto South Central Expressway north. Continue on South Central Expressway north for 1 mile. Expressway north for 3/4 of a mile.
All right, I'm seeing lightning now. I'm actually going to head north instead
Use
of
the
west.
left lane to take the Texas 121 route.
Right back where we came from. Welcome to storm chasing. This storm is not doing that hard right turn or that easterly turn like I thought it was going to do. So it's going to go, it looks like, right over Gunter, Van Alstyne. I think I'm going to head toward Van Alstyne. Basically just due north from where I'm at. And then we're going to see if we
Use the
can
left lane to take the
sit
Texas
up on a
121
hill or
route,
something.
then merge onto US 75
and just point the camera and get a view of the lightning and just let the storm come right to us. We don't have to be in a hurry with this storm. If it was about to drop a tornado or something, we would be going right to it. We'd want to get right under it right now. But it's not. It's just a hailstorm, and nothing's really going to stop it in the next 15 minutes. There's nothing, no reason not to just get out in front of it and let it come to us. get up here, we'll hopefully be able to get you a view of it. Severe thunderstorm warning though, and it's coming into just north of Denton. Might catch it just south of Sherman. Well, the storm's going to pass south of Sherman anyway.
Watching this storm up here north of Denton very, very closely, and that's the one that
Anyway, so I met this guy today. Came up to me at Walmart. He's got a YouTube channel. It's Clark's Homestead Adventures. He's a farmer and he's got all these farm animals. So go check out Clark's Homestead Adventures. I'll probably share his channel here when the stream's over. He was a really good guy. So I am on Texas 121. This storm does look pretty elevated right now. I do not think it is surface-based. I don't think it's rooted or anything. However, if this storm becomes surface-based, it could pose a tornado threat. But I think right now the biggest threat tonight overall is going to be for hail. There's other severe thunderstorm warnings too, like up there near Durant, Oklahoma, and a couple southwest of here. But I think this is the one to be on right now. Still 75 degrees out here according to the car. tornado watch just issued. What? Where did they issue the tornado watch? Does anybody got the tornado watch? Yeah, SBC website's not loading, but I got the tweet. Kind of hate when that happens. The SBC website doesn't load or refresh or whatever. So apparently there's a tornado watch that just got issued. I don't know where.
If that tornado warning does come through, getting very, very busy out there. Very busy indeed. As all these storms are kind of gaining in strength as they go off to the north.
Yeah, the SBC's always had issues with their website. Like their stuff just doesn't update. Like you'll sit there and refresh it like 5,000 times. There we go. So they put the tornado watch. It is for southeast Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas. Just retweeted. So not for this area. Downstream. Yep, there it popped up on my computer. I need to think ahead though what we could do after this. We may end up heading up eventually up onto 4.
Garrett, Hillsdale MI, said tornado watch just issued.
I'm surprised that they issued the tornado watch out there. I thought that this would have been the tornado watch, if anything.
Continue on US 75 north for 21 miles. This route avoids road closures on US 75 north and on US 69 north. You are on the best route. You will arrive at 036.
The storm looks like it's actually losing a little bit of strength. It's not as impressive as it was, but that can change really quick. Doing cyclists. And like I said, this thing's elevated right now. It's not surface based. Okay, so we're right in the path of this thing right now. South of Van Alstyne, north of Melissa. We're gonna gain a little bit of ground on a north, headed north here, and then I'm gonna see if I can find a good spot for us to stop and watch
I was
it.
surprised, honestly, with those cells earlier.
A lot of lightning with this storm.
Brandon Round, Chatfield, MN, said.
There's some lightning. That's pretty.
Brandon Round, Chatfield, MN, said management profile at Dallas in spring. It's just the lower level thermos are bad.
I don't know if you saw, but they did issue
just let me know. I see that you're going north now. Are you just trying to stay in front of this Anton storm? Or are you actually going to try to get up a little bit further north and get closer to those storms in Oklahoma?
I'm just trying to get right in this thing's path, and we're going to let it come to us. Prolific lightning off to my west or to the left of the screen. I'm going to see if I can find a high spot or a bridge and get the camera pointed at it, because it's incredible lightning. We do have an exit. Do we have an entrance though? Right here. Probably in the trees. I should have got back off on that bridge if possible back there.
Central Expressway, north, US Highway 75.
Looks like we're going to have a good view
take
here.
the US 75 north ramp on the left.
As long as there's a spot I can stop here where we don't get rear-ended. Is this not? Oh, is this?
Big time lightning.
It seems like in Texas they've got a lot of these goofy freeway interchanges. Wonder if we could pull up through. No.
Head west on County Road 375 towards Central Expressway,
We're
north,
looking west
US Highway
directly into it.
75. In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Henry Hines Expressway.
Look at that.
There's
Turn
no
right onto Henry
shoulder.
Hines Expressway.
Damn. Let me see. There's got to be somewhere we can.
Head northwest on Central Expressway, north, US Highway. Head northwest on Central Expressway, north, US Highway 75 toward West Panther Parkway. Then turn right onto County Road 375.
These storms that we're looking at in Oklahoma. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the rotational part right here on the surface.
Let's watch this for a minute. Should see the lightning in it.
Still red pin. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why we have to worry about that tornado threat tonight, because this storm doesn't have a tornado in it. And a lot of these storms out here in Texas right now don't have tornadoes in them. However, they could drop. They absolutely could drop anytime, because you have that rotation signature down there on the bottom side. Okay, it's still elevated. We got a little bit more space. We are going to see tornadoes, and you can see very clearly how the dynamics are moving.
The nice thing is right now we don't have to worry about bugs. All right, so we're just gonna watch this for a little bit here. I'm just looking here. This. Let's see. There's kind of a little bit of a radar hole right there. Trying to see if we've got other options here.
Michael Carty, Plano, Texas, said looking at the HOTOs would right moving cells be possible?
Okay. Well, not a whole lot of lightning here. The lightning's really kind of quit on this storm. We've definitely got some lightning, but it's not like it was. I don't know if I wonder if this storm is gonna die out on us. I think it's time to continue north, and we'll get to Sherman. Oh, we're gonna do is Sherman. We either head east or north or something. Doing a time lapse here with the GoPro in night mode, so let me get that off the roof.
Michael Carney, Plano, Texas, said Collins/Denton County line such a prolific
dude.
lighting producer.
Head south on Central Expressway North US Highway 75 toward County Road 372. Head east on County Road 375 West Panther Parkway toward Central Expressway. In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Central Expressway at Kelly Lane. Turn left onto Central Expressway at Kelly Lane, then take the US
everybody's
75
gonna cut
north
you
ramp
off.
on the left.
Now we're getting some lightning again. Lots of CGs, cloud to ground lightning. Got to be a little bit careful
Take the
here.
US 75 north ramp on the left, then merge onto US 75 north.
We do not want to get too far out of position for tomorrow.
Continue on US 75 north for 15 miles.
We'll see if they issue this warning on here or not. That was cool.
Jeff House, Chattanooga, TN, said mid-level lapse rates in Cape explains the hailstorm.
lightning activity is picking back up on this thing again. You can see. Severe thunderstorm warning on it. 4 minutes. I don't think they're going to reissue it. Well, they might. This thing kind of gusted out, it looks like. Could just be the radar hole. Hard to tell. Yup, they dropped it. Interesting. Either way, I think we still want to work our way up here to Sherman and then use 82 to blast back east a little bit. Toward Paris, but not all the way to Paris. And then we've got there's several north-south options. There are other storms. My experience as a storm chaser tells me that even though this storm is not really that exciting at the moment, we probably need to stick with it because it seems like the second we leave them, they always end up doing something.
Jacob Belden, Waelti, said Twitter.com.
take 82 toward Paris, even though we're not going to go to Paris.
Continue on US 75 north for 2 miles. This route avoids a road closure on US 75 north between exits 57 and 59. You are on the best tour. You will arrive at 2221. In half a mile, keep right. Keep right, then slide left onto South Sam Rayburn Freeway. Slide left onto South Sam Rayburn Freeway. Continue on South Sam Rayburn Freeway for 3/4 of a mile.
All right, coming through Sherman.
In half a mile, slide left toward US 75 north.
This storm is not severe thunderstorm warned right now, and there's really no hail in it that we're finding out anymore. So this storm must have kind of crapped out on us. Near Sherman. However, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect down there near Dallas. Not seeing anything. Storms really aren't able to tap the low-level energy here. They're elevated. They don't seem to be capable of becoming surface-based yet. We'll see what happens, though, as they progress off to the north tornado warning. Are you freaking kidding me? Not for here.
Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This is a dangerous situation. These storms are likely producing widespread wind damage near and east of Atoka and Keene. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. Torrential rainfall is occurring with these storms and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Now let's check on your local forecast for Sherman, Denison, and surrounding locations. Severe thunderstorms.
Oh, there's a tornado warning up there in southeast Oklahoma now. Of course, precisely where we are not.
Jake Melvin, also MI, said yes, of course within the lovely radar.
Better options here.
Continue on US 82 East for 20 miles.
All right. Right now, since the environment southeast Oklahoma, we're gonna head through Perry and then north. Essentially gonna end up near the Fort Smith area tonight, I have a feeling. Seems to be how it goes in this area. So we'll go there via going through Paris. Chris.
Jacob Melvin, Awaso MI, said Twitter.com.
Yeah, so we got to drive away from these storms here for about 20 minutes, so we can get our north-south option here that we want. Storms that moving into southeast Oklahoma will become the main storms. The radar loop, out of Dallas seems to show an overall weakening trend for those storms that are in Texas yet. Maybe with the exception of the one that's west of Dallas approaching Jacksboro. enough for your
Hail
hometown.
damage to vehicles
Slight's a
is
little better.
Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations impacted include Atoka, Cago, Stringtown, Lehigh, Tushka, Kinney, Blaine, Daisy, Atoka Reservoir, Chucky, Bentley, Leaky Creek Lake, Red, and Darwin. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This is a dangerous situation. These storms are likely producing widespread wind damage near and east of Atoka and Kinney. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. Torrential rainfall is occurring with these storms and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Now let's check on your local forecast for Sherman, Denison, and severe thunderstorm watch 23 in effect until 2 a.m. Tuesday. Tonight, cloudy with showers and thunderstorms likely. Lows in the upper 50s. South winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, becoming 15 to
analysis shows the shear parameters increasing just to our northeast. Picking up, but we're still at 73 degrees. My plan is to see if these storms do organize a little bit better the farther northeast they go, which I believe that they will. We'll head up toward Fort Smith. We don't necessarily have to go to Fort Smith, but we're just going in the general direction of Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Continue on US 82 east for 34 miles.
Somewhere between here and there, or wherever we end up. The shear is better in that area, which we need for tornadoes and severe thunderstorms with hail and everything. So we'll get into the southeast Oklahoma region. And I think as these storms continue to move northeast, they'll re-intensify. So, I'll tell you all the story of how we ended up here in a minute. I gotta eat my Cheez-Its first. So we had that severe weather event Thursday, Mississippi and Alabama. Friday, I headed from where did I go? Oh yeah, Thursday after that event, we a bunch of us storm chasers went to Top Golf in Friday night, I went up to Tupelo, stayed in Tupelo. And Saturday, where did I go Saturday? Today, what is today? Today is Monday, so Saturday. What the hell did I do Saturday? I forgot where the heck I was. Let's start over. Okay. Severe weather and Topgolf on Thursday. Friday was the high school kids. Then on Friday evening, I drove up to Tupelo, stayed in Tupelo. From Tupelo, I went somewhere. South Little Rock, yeah. From Tupelo, I went to Little Rock. So on Saturday, I stayed in Little Rock. Last night, I was in Texarkana because I was coming down for this. And tonight, I don't know if there's going to be any staying anywhere. There's probably going to be stopping at one of the rest areas and sleeping in the car for an hour or two. That's probably all there's going to be time for, because we got that severe weather event coming tomorrow in parts of Mississippi. Over the place. But thankfully, I'm at the point now where I've stayed at enough hotels that I've got a bunch of reward points, and they make it a lot cheaper. Thanks for jumping in and joining along, everybody. We'll probably be streaming tomorrow, I would say, between 5 and 8 p.m. We'll probably start the stream. But I think tomorrow, after tomorrow night's chase, which I have a feeling I'll end up in Tuscaloosa, because I always end up over there. We'll park it, stay at a hotel, and it'll be time to go home, see my family for a day or two, and then it's entirely possible that we may be right back out toward the end of the week covering a winter storm. I'm not sure. Just ran over a piece of wood. I hope we didn't have a nail in it. Falling from the sky. Somebody's burning wood. Been such a busy, and this is the time of year where the weather department starts getting busy down here. Mississippi, and it's got like the Gulf Coast states and such. But man, it got busy all of a sudden there. I left my house last Tuesday, was it? Tuesday? Yeah, last Tuesday at about 4 p.m. Stayed in Jonesboro that night. Went to Batesville. And then started the whole severe weather thing. So I haven't been gone that long. Only 5 days, but it seems longer. Well, this kind of stretch of severe weather kind of came out of nowhere. Wasn't really planning on this until about 2 days ago. The long-range models, in my opinion, weren't showing it. Out here though. Still at 73 degrees. I anticipate tomorrow's live stream be a little more interesting. Tomorrow shouldn't be such a late night event. I'll be honest with you, if I didn't have to reposition for tomorrow, I'd probably, I'd say we could have headed west out of DFW for those other storms coming in, but they don't look too good now either. I have to keep it in the back of my mind because really need to be in central Mississippi tomorrow. Central to north central Mississippi tomorrow by about noon to be comfortable with it, to give us time to reposition and fine tune. I think as it is right now with the path we're taking, we're probably 8 hours from there. Maybe. Once we get into Oklahoma a ways, we're going to kind of reroute and head toward the Little Rock area. The only reason I put Fort Smith, Arkansas in the GPS is because I want to go that general direction. We'll probably divert to we're doing okay. So what's tough, a lot of times these off-season events, when there's two of them here and they're coming late at night, it's real tough to chase them both. I almost didn't chase it tonight, but I figured, well, might as well. Guy, and now he's floored it. Yeah, right now on radar, honestly, nothing has my eye. Tornado warning up there near northwest of Antlers, Oklahoma, but it just doesn't look very good. Definitely fish. It's a radar hole here. We're not really within range very much of any radar, so it's tough to see anything on the radar. But whatever. This is right here. This is roughly the area that we started streaming today. So we've officially made a loop. I got good news, everybody. Our Discord server is almost ready. I have someone setting that up, so any of the YouTube moderators that have Discord accounts, I'll get them on there first. Get them moderator status if they want to be on Discord, that is. You guys don't have to be, but if you want to jump on the Discord community, I'll make you mods there too. And then we'll start allowing people to join. Probably open that up for invitations or to join or whatever in a couple of days, so we can all chat outside of the live streams. I had a Discord server before. Had some problems with it. Started fresh. Yeah, tomorrow might be a daytime event. Early to mid-evening. That could change though. Need to think through how we're going to do this. I think once we get to Paris, I might stop for a few minutes just to collect some thoughts. You know, if these storms are not intensifying as they potentially could.
What's the game plan now, Vince?
Ryan, I don't know. I don't know. I was actually just talking about my viewers, or about that with my viewers. I'm thinking potentially in Paris, going north, like toward Fort Smith, and then over to Little Rock. But once I get to Paris in about 10 minutes, I'll stop. And if it looks like these storms are not intensifying, I may just go back through Texarkana and up toward Little Rock that way, which will be just south of that tornado watch box. But there's plenty of northwest options where we can take that and go up into those storms if needed. But it's kind of tough because we have to, of course, chase the storm, but you can't get too super aggressive because we got to be in probably northeast Mississippi tomorrow, so we don't want to get too far off the beaten path. That's the problem with this area right here, this northeast Texas, no, the Arklatex area right here. Road options
All right,
are...
sounds good. We're keeping an eye on those storms. It does look like a lot of the storms up there where you are kind of falling apart, getting choked off by themselves. I don't know if you've looked at the radar west of Dallas. Some big ones, some big supercells have popped up back there. I don't know if the same thing's going to happen with them, and they kind of conjunct together as they get closer to Dallas or what. But if they don't, I do think that they're going to be interacting with that nadir juice a little bit. But we're following your lead. Let us know what you're doing, and we're going to keep up with you till the cows come home.
Sounds good. That's kind of my thought of stopping in Paris here. I'm going to watch radar trends for a couple of minutes and figure it out. Yeah, so Ryan brought up a good point. He's talking about those severe thunderstorms back there west and southwest of DFW. The problem is I just didn't want to, I don't want to go too far down there because what will happen, and I've done this before and it's miserable,
Continue on US 82 East for 10 miles.
is you get so far away from an interstate or something, and then it comes time to get to the next target area, and you have got to basically drive, and you don't even have time to stop for gas. Basically, you're pumping gas as fast as you can. You're tired. You're falling asleep. It's miserable. So the plan is to stop up here in Paris again, briefly, and watch radar trends. If it looks like these storms that are moving off to our northeast, ironically into the tornado watch area, look like if they look like they're going to possibly become something noteworthy, we'll continue our track northeast. However, if these storms down there near Dallas do look like they're going to intensify and be long-term problems, we could actually sit in Paris and watch them on radar for just a little bit to kind of confirm that. And then we could either head back west or we could head south, and that way we're not getting taken out of position too much for tomorrow's event. The problem is if we were to go up through Antlers, Oklahoma, and McAllister all the way up to Fort Smith, that puts us way out. I mean, that adds an extra 3 hours. That makes it almost an 11-hour drive to get to the Batesville area tomorrow from where we are now, and that might not even be the right decision in terms of storm chasing. So this is a low-end severe weather threat tonight. Tomorrow it's a little bit higher, but tonight this is kind of what I expected, kind of a mess. But it appears that first round of showers or those severe thunderstorms that went, I wonder if those have left some stable air behind. So these ones that are west of Dallas may or may not survive. There's one down there near Jacksboro, about 45 minutes south of Wichita Falls, that looks pretty mean. Keep an eye on them. Like I said, we've got options. We are not out of the game. The problem with this area, and it's nighttime too, so it's hard to be too overly enthusiastic about them. But we're out here to chase the storm, so that's what we're gonna do. But I do believe that tomorrow will be a little bit better of a day in terms of storm chasing. I think the severe weather threat is overall a little bit higher. And in my opinion, it's in a little bit better area in terms of the options of getting around. I really wish that very late checkout at the hotel today. So I really would have liked to take an afternoon. But they would not extend past 12. Front desk is super nice. I'll just let you do it, which is good for these nighttime events. It's really, really tough to sleep in the car as a storm chaser during the day because everybody will come up and tap on the window and ask about the storms. It happens every time. You'll like just have fallen asleep like 2 seconds before, and then bam, somebody comes tapping on the window asking if there's a tornado. Every time.
In half a mile, turn left to stay on US 82 East.
And that's fine, I get it, you know. I love talking to people about this and stuff. But it just happens to be that every time somebody wants to talk, it's like the second you fall asleep. At night, you don't have that problem. But tonight's definitely going to be a sleep in the car at a rest stop, I think.
Turn left to stay on US 82 East, then take the
Because,
route to US 82 East.
Only got once because I was an idiot. I don't really get a lot of joy out of in the morning and then checking like a waste of $100. But if
Take
you
the
were
route
following
to US
along
82 East.
when we had the winter storm up there near Boston and Cape Cod, I was an idiot.
Continue on US 82 East for 3 miles.
I didn't look at any of the weather models or whatever after my plane landed. So if you remember, checked into a hotel, and the cheapest hotel I could find was $130, which was ridiculous. Because it was for a country inn at a Radisson hotel, and those are usually like $95. $130 for this hotel at about 10 o'clock p.m. I was an idiot and didn't look at any of the models, and the snow was actually going to forecast to start a little bit sooner than initially expected. So I woke up to a bunch of text messages from other storm chasers at about 1 a.m. saying, hey, you know, get out the door. So I ended up being in that hotel for like 3 hours. I was ticked. That was a waste of money. Lesson learned. We'll be up here at the truck stop in a minute. This is where I spent 95% of my day today, it seemed like. I was here for a good 6 hours at this Love's up here, sitting in the parking lot. And, you're KG6 FIY, aren't you? Your name looks familiar. I think I used to talk to you on, FM satellites before. If you're the guy from California, the name looks really familiar. And that you ask about that. No, I'm not using APRS or anything. I am beaconing my location, but not with APRS. A long time no talk. Yeah, I haven't been on FM satellites for a while. I need to get back on there. I'll stop up here. We're going to spend 10 minutes tops.
Use the right lane to take the US 271 North ramp, then use
I'm
any
gonna
lane
go in
to
and-
turn left onto North Main Street.
I hope to God they have food that's edible. Sometimes after like 9 p.m. these loves, they get a little sketchy.
Use any lane to turn left onto North Main Street.
But they got these sausages wrapped in a blueberry pancake. Those are pretty good. Whataburger. How about not?
Continue on North Main Street for half a mile.
Paul, I agree. The Arkansas ones look like crap. That might change later, though. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super confident in those. Yeah, I don't do those fast food restaurants like that anymore. After the great food poisoning incident from Arby's back on during the great ice storm there about a month ago, I just can't bring myself to do it. Yeah, I won't go to a McDonald's period anymore.
In a quarter mile,
But that Arby's ruined it. Like, I don't even want to eat fast food from somewhere. But then I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite because I'm here. I'm going to probably go buy a corn dog from the gas station, but whatever. I knew something was wrong with that Arby's sandwich, but I ate it anyway. You could just feel the the negativity coming off of it. Like, I unwrapped that thing and I just got this feeling of, God, this thing, something wrong with this, something wrong with this sandwich. I don't know if it was the smell or what. Okay, so I'm gonna point you guys facing the weather, not the building like I always tend to do. Probably park in the exact same spot that I parked in earlier. Yep. Okay, so let me see what I have to do here. Looking at that Jacksboro storm west of DFW. Let's see here. I'm just looking at radar here real quick. Starting intensifying again. Okay. Given we're in a radar, yeah, these storms just don't look very good out there. These Arkansas storms are not impressive. Believe it or not, I think the best option is going to be to go back to Texarkana and go up to Little Rock. And then obviously those little highways that go northwest and everything off of I-30 go into the tornado watch area. So to avoid going through the mountains of southeast Oklahoma, it might just be best to go up the interstate, and then when we see, if we see something of interest, we pull off of it. Let me see here. That plan might change. So this is the problem about these marginal setups, you know. We got a glimpse on the stream, what, like a minute and a half worth of lightning, and since then it's just been driving. Just checking a couple of things here before I run in. Yeah, okay. All right.
Head northwest.
Okay, I will be back in just a minute.
Roger that. Michael, yes.
You know, it's also possible that this whole zone here have surface-based instrumentation kind of picks it up and reduces its demand. You have to keep that in mind. I want you to be better aware of the next little bit forward, especially for Dallas. It's a little further off from you.
Alright, let me get situated here. Yeah, the second we start moving, one of those storms is going to go tornado warned. It happens every time. Okay. Headed east. I'm gonna be real flat out honest with you guys. If you're on here to see the windshield get busted out with hail or to see a tornado or something, I have a feeling it's probably not gonna happen tonight. Might happen tomorrow. In fact, it very well could happen tomorrow. But I have low expectations for tonight. And I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't even know why I have the stream up at this point. But we'll keep the stream up just for the heck of it. Like I said, the plan is to move east. And those storms that are up in that tornado watch, we can pick pretty much any of those storms off once we get due east of here, because we've got north, south, and northwest options.
Continue on North Main Street for half a mile.
Really, dude? Jeez. I felt really awkward getting my egg roll off of the roller thing at Love's. They didn't have a tong or like the grabber thing.
Use the left lane to take the US 82 East ramp.
So I'd use my hand, and this old guy was looking at me in disgust, and it's like, I don't know what else to do, sorry.
For 3 miles.
Love's has these new like pudding cup things with Oreos and stuff in them. But I can't eat them while I drive. That's really disappointing. Jesus Christ, we keep on the road. This Chili's right here is pretty good. I ate there about 8 months ago. The Applebee's up here wasn't bad. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. This egg roll is rock hard. Damn it. I've been looking forward to this gas station egg roll for a couple of minutes now. And it really disappoints me that it's like rock hard. I don't even know if I can bite the damn thing. Holiday in there. That's a really nice Holiday Inn too.
In half a mile, use the right lane to take the US 82 East ramp to Clarksville.
Okay. Are you kidding me? Is this one rock hard too?
Use the right lane to take the US 82 East ramp, then use the middle two lanes to turn left onto US 82 East. Use the middle two lanes to turn left onto US 82 East, Lamar Avenue. Continue on US 82 East for 26 miles.
Super buffet. I don't know what makes it super. It's a huge variation in gas prices here. Some of these gas stations are like $3.30, and some of them are like $3.05. It's really weird. New severe thunderstorm warning was issued for storm north of Antler, Oklahoma. think tomorrow the storms that develop will likely be more discrete or isolated, so we probably won't have this issue where they're merging together. So what's happening right now is a lot of these storms are clustering together and they're basically interfering with each other. I think tomorrow we will have that could make the severe weather threat increase a little bit. This is a really pretty part of the state, though. Chased in this area several times. Yeah, tornado watch is still out, though. We will be in that tornado watch in about an hour. So we're going to go through Texarkana and then head northwest or northeast. That'll actually put us in a path to intercept these if they do become anything. See the mesoscale discussions out. I'll check that out in a second when I'm done with my pancake thing here. Well, I thought we were going to get a daytime storm today, to be honest with you. I really thought that we would get a supercell or two right in that DFW area a little bit earlier, maybe around 6, 7. But it just didn't happen. Would have been nice to get something in the daylight for once. The other day in Mississippi was in the daylight, but nothing really came of that. Just going through Blossom. This is a really pretty town. kind of want to move down to this area, to be honest with you. It's kind of dumb for me, though, to have a home. I'm gone all the time. The car has become the home. And I'm fine with that. Like I said, the amount of... whoops. So, this year I began... I used to use only choice hotels. I was using them, for the reward points and all that garbage. It started becoming apparent that a lot of choice hotels are not very good. Some of them, anyway. A lot of them are really cheap. Like comfort suites, those are usually actually pretty good, but like for the most part, the cheap ones, they're just junk. So I quit at the beginning of the year, and I started using my Hilton Rewards account again. And I've been staying almost exclusively at Hilton and IHG hotels. And the amount of points that I've gained just this year is ridiculous. I think I've got like 7 free nights already or whatever. That's the key when you're doing this much stuff over the road like this, is to just use, pick 1 or 2 hotel chains and just stick with them. And you just get a ton of points, and then it makes the hotels cheaper. Problem is, you got to spend a bunch of money and get a bunch of hotel stays before they start really giving you any discounts. But once you get discounts, it's not bad. Yeah, where I'm from in the Midwest, there is pretty much an affordable housing crisis. You can buy a house, but there's no houses for sale. You cannot rent anything because there is nothing for rent. It's in like 30 miles of my house. Not even kidding. It's just awful. We need to move very badly, and it's becoming apparent that I need to work out a plan to move a bunch of people and just move the entire family somewhere. But then I kind of point out to myself that that's pretty selfish because I'm never home. So I don't know. I think I'm going to buy one of those giant extended version, like the extra long, extra tall Sprinter vans, and turn that into a house. I've seen some of these people that convert these vans and they end up being nicer than a house. Then the family can just follow me along or go where I go. One of the things I do like about this job is being able to just kind of go all over the place. There was a big blow up on Twitter, as there always is. There's a lot of very dramatic storm chasers out there, and usually they're not the professional ones. They're usually kind of the amateur weekend chasers. But another professional storm chaser made a comment about he doesn't like hearing people say, "Oh, it must be nice," in reference to, when you tell somebody something good about your life and then someone goes, "Oh, it must be nice," and I hate that too. His entire post was dedicated to basically saying, if you work hard, you'll get what you want. as long as you put your mind to something, you don't have to say it must be nice. You can do what you want to do. You just have to try hard. And a bunch of people took that the wrong way and said that he was entitled and just basically a big crybaby. And I'm like, well, not really. And it kind of ties into what I'm talking about, because I feel really bad about sometimes basically abandoning my family, because unfortunately my fiance is not as fortunate as I am. She works pretty much a dead-end job at a dead-end company that I thought would have been shut down by the feds by now, because they went and didn't pay anybody's income tax for several years, and they weren't paying anybody's health insurance for several years. And I told her she should just quit, because the income doesn't matter at this point. So I'm going to work on convincing her to, if she wants to remain employed, finding some sort of remote job. And I'm dead serious. I'm tempted to go buy one of these god darn oversized vans and turn it into a house. A friend of mine that's a storm chaser did that. He did it with an old van though, not like a modern RV type thing. And I actually know somebody who's got 3 kids and they live in a van. But it's a big one. It's one of those huge Sprinter vans or whatever that they self-converted. Kind of a neat concept. But that's what I like about this job though, is just kind of having the freedom to go and do this kind of stuff. We have to really, everybody bashes Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all this and says that they're not, they're ruining the world. Well, we have to show some appreciation for these social. I've essentially made a career and an income off of social media, and a lot of other storm chasers and a lot of other like freelance and independent people have also. So that's one of the positives of social media, is it's allowing anybody to basically become self-employed if they want to through their platforms, and the platforms are footing the bill for it. For example, 10 years ago, if I wanted to live stream to all you folks, I'd have to have a server and pay all these outrageous data costs. Not anymore. I just click a button and I'm live on YouTube. They tornado warned that storm up there. It'll be popping up momentarily, I'm sure. But that's one of the reasons I support Ryan so much and help him out, because it's a prime example of using social media to build a career. And it's fun, you build a community while we're doing it. I mean, I look in the YouTube chat, about once every 5-10 minutes while I'm driving, and I always see the same, I always see new people too, but I always see the same 15 to 20 people in there, and it's like, you just start building a community, and it's great. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to going home. It's cold and miserable up in the Midwest right now. We've got severe weather coming tomorrow also, so watch out. We'll be in Mississippi tomorrow though. We're just all over the place. I should probably see how many miles I've driven. Let's see, this tornado warning here that just came out. It's not updating on my radar, but supposedly Twitter has it. It's a radar indicated tornado for, I don't know. It shows on a map, but it doesn't have a city. Redden, Oklahoma. It's not popping up on my map, which is very strange. I think that's that. Yeah, that's that storm that I was suspicious about. Yeah, speaking of, the community, that's why I wanted to get that Discord fixed. It'd be fun to talk to people and stuff off of the chat. And get everybody's input, too, because I think we're going to start expanding the channel a little bit. I'm going to create a second channel. All of the adventure videos and stuff, because I do a lot of stuff on the way to these storm chases, state parks, national parks, stuff like that. It's kind of neat to make videos about that too. The farthest I've driven from home for a storm, I don't know which one would be the farthest, but I have driven, I think technically the farthest distance-wise would probably be east central New Mexico, southeast New Mexico. I think that would be technically the farthest. I don't know, there was one in central Montana. That might actually be the same distance, if not more, but the farthest I've driven in one sitting has been 21 hours, and it was miserable. But I usually can drive for about 16 hours, and then I start pretty much done. Yeah, I drive a lot for this, that's for sure. I think that tornado warning is old. I think it just popped up on my phone because it looks like that was that previous one. So I don't think there's a new tornado warning. So cancel all that. So what I was getting at is since I left on Tuesday, I have driven 2,402.1 miles, which equates to 65 hours, 28 minutes, and 7 seconds of engine on time. Now keep in mind, I did sleep a couple of hours in the car at a rest stop on the way down because I thought I just couldn't quite make it to the hotel and I wanted to sleep for an hour or two. So, you leave the car idle, but yeah, one of the most expensive things about this job, well, actually the most expensive thing about this all, especially with the price of gas being so high, we've probably burnt through about $500 worth of gas already. Ridiculous. The air conditioner still doesn't work in here. I have got to get that fixed. It is a super quick fix. I just have got to get it done before it gets hot.
LOL, you should check out the KOAX radar. We are getting snow here in Lincoln right now, but radar can't pick it up right now.
get sick of driving back and forth to home. I used to go home after every storm chase, even if there was another one coming up in like a day and a half. I would still go all the way home, and that was just exhausting. So now I try to stay out, even if there's this next storm chase is like 3 or 4 days away. I try to stay out unless I'm real close to home. Usually, if I'm more than a tank of gas away from home, I just try to stay out.
UNL said, but there is a
In half a mile, turn left onto US 82 East, Cap Henry Stone bypass.
And honestly, like especially right now with the price of gas, it's a little bit cheaper. Well, it's about the same price to just stay in a hotel anyway and then drive home.
Waelti, Lincoln 80, UNL said, not like toward 80 I see, I mean like there is so...
Onto US 82 East, Cap Henry Stone bypass.
A lot of people ask me too what the most expensive thing is. You know, it's gas. You know,
Lincoln,
East for 38 miles.
is it snowing over there in Omaha at all?
is this where I'm supposed to turn? Yes. All right, around Clarksdale. Yeah, we kind of got gypped out of a hurricane season last year. We didn't really have anything chaseable. I blew it. I should have been there for Nicholas. Wasn't. That's okay. I was there for Fred and Ida. Fred was a waste of time. But that's good that we didn't have a bunch of landfalling hurricanes, but it was a slow hurricane season. For storm chasing anyway. So, this isn't too bad of a plan. It'd be about 3 hours to Little Rock here. Worst case scenario. So I have a feeling I will be spending the night in Little Rock. Or at least a couple of hours. about 12 hours ago. Probably be able to sleep for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, and then relatively easy drop into the target zone tomorrow. I think that we've got a halfway decent shot at seeing something noteworthy tomorrow. But it'll be more certain in the morning. We'll see how the cloud cover looks. All those last minute details that really make or break it. That'll keep the stream up for a little bit here. My honest opinion, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of storms for us to intercept tonight. The area of storms that's in southeast Oklahoma where that tornado warning is just does not look very impressive. We'll keep the stream up for a little bit until I become more confident with that, and then of course if anything did change, we'd be right back with it if needed. Talk about a potential ice storm maybe on middle of the week here too. Keeping my eye on that. I'll have more details on that tomorrow. kind of a long drive. Alright everybody, so here's my thought. We're now a little bit past 11. I'm probably going to shut down the stream. The reason being, I don't think that these southeastern Oklahoma storms are going to do much. The tornado watch remains in effect for portions of southeast Oklahoma and western Arkansas. However, I just don't see anything being worth our time. It's all becoming linear. If that changes, because we're going to be going through Texarkana in about a half hour, and then we'll be shooting up Highway 30, or I-30. I will be able to break off to the northwest if one of those storms does do something and probably catch it. If that happens, I will definitely turn the stream back on. But I just don't want to keep everybody here for absolutely nothing. So I will probably wrap it up here in just a few minutes. But like I said, I'll definitely bring it back. And then right away tomorrow morning, probably about 7, 8, or 9 o'clock in the morning, I'll have a little video update about what I think is going to happen for tomorrow. And we'll either be in the target area or nearly to the target area. There's no tornado. We're going to be in the tornado watch area, but if there is a storm that's worth chasing, because right now none of them are, if there is a storm that becomes something we need to go after, we'll put the stream back up. Like I said, tomorrow could be a big day. Slight risk for severe weather is out. 5% tornado risks. So I will probably end it here in 2 minutes at 11:10 p.m. Central. Yeah, thanks everybody. I appreciate all the support. Without all of you people and viewers, followers, I wouldn't be able to do this. So much appreciated. And like I said, we will do an update tomorrow like we did today. But I do think that the severe weather threat tomorrow will materialize much much more organized. So definitely be keeping an eye on it. Like I said, my plan is to stay, well, not stay, but stop in Little Rock tonight for a couple of hours, sleep a little bit, and then point the ship toward Batesville, and then probably end up back in Tupelo.
Rose shuttle, million ending, send dry air, ice pellets evaporated. Low beam near side shows no CC.
have 11:10. So I want to say thanks, everybody. I appreciate everything. And I'll have details about that Discord out shortly. I got to get all of the YouTube mods that are interested in Discord on there first, so we can kind of test it. So thanks, everyone. That's it from me, unless something changes and one of these storms looks like it's going to be noteworthy or worth going after, we'll go after it. But for now, we're just going to keep heading northeast toward Little Rock in the tornado watch. Tornado watch is out for portions of eastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas, and then a severe thunderstorm watch is out for portions of northeast Texas. Includes Dallas. So I'm logging in to push the button to end the stream. Take care, everyone, and I will see, I bet most of you folks tomorrow. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, then you'll see the updates. But I'm on Twitter and Facebook as well. Alright, so we're out of here. Have a good night, everybody.